we see a resurgence of Ramayana, of Ram as a quintessential figure in not just a historic sense, but in a lived experience amongst over 2 billion people across Asia and really the world. And the purpose of this exhibit is not just to share the story of the Ramayana as an epic, of which it is a beautiful, it carries with it, elements of adventure, of sacrifice, of even romance, of other, elements of the human experience. But Ramayana, as a lived experience in people's lives today, plays a pivotal role in what they're doing on a daily basis, in what they are and how they are experiencing the world, a modern world. And this epic, the Ramayana, over 5 millennia, at least 5 millennia, has withstood Islamic conquest across Asia, British colonial rule in most countries, or European colonial rule across most of Asia, communist revolutions in many of these countries, and exists today in contemporary society. And we hope that by displaying the aspects of the Ramayana that we see on the boards today, these are just mere glimpses. These are not exhaustive by any stretch of the imagination, and they are simply to whet the appetite. Each of these panels has been, obviously, by virtue of space of this room, we couldn't even include every country in Asia or every country in the world that has been touched by the Ramayana, but we hope that we have brought a considerable amount of the world into our lives today. And frankly, India, of which the story of the Ramayana historically has taken place, but each of these countries has their own indigenous history with it, has their own experience with it, has their own relationship with the Ramayana. And actually India, believe it or not, is catching up to the story. Most of these countries have been celebrating their Ramayana heritage for hundreds of years. And finally India, that on January 22nd we see, will actually be finally taking its place as the epicenter of Ramayana diplomacy, or the Ramayana geography, with the establishment of the Ayodhya temple, which has been an over 30-year project. And so I'm so grateful to each of our speakers here today, to each of the members of Congress who have agreed to come, and we do hope that for many of the members of Congress that they actually find one of the Ramayana celebrations or Ayodhya temple celebrations that are happening in their own districts across America,